into the practice. We're going to begin seated, so you can move yourself into a comfortable seat. Maybe sitting on a block, or pillows, or sitting on a blanket. You can use anything you have around to help support the practice. Come to seated and take a hand onto your heart and a hand onto your baby. And drop into your heart and into your breath. Feel this special time to be practicing. As we cultivate a stronger connection to our bodies and our breath and our minds. Using these first few moments of the practice to check in. You don't have to be any certain way. Maybe this is the first time that you've had time today to notice how your physical body is feeling, to notice the quality of your breath, to notice the mind. And we want to bring awareness to the body and the breath and the mind without any judgment. We enter the practice as we are. Honor yourself for being here, honor your baby for being here. Release your hands. Slowly bring your right ear towards your right shoulder and take your right hand onto the left side of your head. We'll be here for a little bit, so find the best area to release into the left side of your neck. Maybe that means the right ear is over towards the shoulder. Maybe it means your forehead is a little bit more down towards the right knee. Any area that you'd like to be stretching here. Relax your right hand onto the head. Relax the right shoulder. Although we're moving very slowly in the practice, we're usually never entirely still. There's always a little bit of shifting as we move deeper into the pose. And the breath is also accompanying us, moving the body, the pulse of your heart, the breath. So we want to be bringing enough stillness into the practice where you can be aware of more subtle things happening in the body. Inside your belly, the heart, the joints. Slowly releasing your right hand. Your head comes to neutral. Inhale and exhale. Bring your left ear over towards your left shoulder, the left hand onto the right side of the head. Come into the gentle neck stretch. Maybe it's more left ear towards the shoulder. Maybe it's more like chin to chest and hand a little bit more towards the back of the head. Anything in the right side of your neck that you'd like to explore here. Remaining fairly even in the weight in the sit bones, so not pulling your whole body over to the left, but we're remaining pretty neutral in your hips and your sit bones. Releasing your left hand and returning your head to center. If you'd like to add any additional movement here, you can turn your head over each shoulder, meeting with your head neutral. We'll come down off of the props and we're going to come into a posture called deer pose. Bring your feet onto the floor and bring your legs over to one side. Doesn't matter which way you start. I'm starting over to the right. And you can have your legs as parallel or as like 90 degrees as you would like. So your right leg can be pretty 90 degrees as well as your left leg. And where we're going to be positioning the upper body really depends on you. So you can be in this pose leaning back. You can be upright the whole time. Sometimes that feels interesting for the left hip. You can also be folding forward more like in the space between your right foot and your left knee, or a little bit more forward, squaring yourself more towards the right foot. We'll be here for a couple moments, few breaths. You don't have to be upright onto your hands. If it's comfortable, you can be down onto the elbows, onto the floor. You can bring in props. One more breath. Lifting your head and moving yourself out. If you were leaning back, you're just going to sit up. And we're going to keep the left knee bent and extend the right leg forward. And if available to you, we're going to bring the left foot a little closer to the left hip. Lift your hips, square your hips a little bit. And if this is not comfortable on the top of the foot, the ankle, the knee, we're going to be sitting up onto something. So if you would want support, bringing a little bit of pressure out of the left ankle and left knee, you can sit upright this whole time. And this is where you can stay. Otherwise, if you're comfortable sitting onto the floor, you'll stay on the floor and maybe we'll lean back. You can lean back into your hands. You can Have your elbows supported with your pillows. Blocks. If you'd like to go a little bit further back, you can move the bolster away from you and slowly drop back. But this posture can be tricky for the ankle, the top of the foot, the knee, the hip of the left side. So be mindful. If you come into the pose and feel your body tensing up, come out of the posture and find where you feel ease. We want to ease our way into the posture with time, not with force. Hands anywhere comfortable if you're reclined. Relax your right toes, right foot, the whole right leg. The breath soft through the nose. As we progress throughout the practice, relaxing more and more. So we're going to do one more pose on this side. If you're lying down, please, minding your back and your abdomen, come upright. And with the right leg, we're going to bring the right leg back into that parallel shape. Lean to the right. Take your left leg out to the side first. Put a lot of time with the knee bend, so be mindful there. And then we're going to take the left leg on top of the right leg for fire log pose. So this posture can also be very intense for the hips, for the knees. If there's a lot of space between your knee and your foot, you can bring in some support. What we want here is to have kind of like a triangle of space inside the legs. And again, entirely up to you. You can take this posture the whole time, leaning back into your hands. You can be upright. You can be gently leaning forward. If it's comfortable, hands can be in front of your legs. Relaxing your toes, your feet, the hips. Breathing in a not rushed way. breath here. Come upright. Remove your props. Lean over to the right. Bring your left foot down, kind of returning to our deer pose that we did first. Hands behind you, and we're going to take the whole thing over to the other side. Drop your knees over to the left. Situate yourself in your most comfortable deer pose. The left shin towards the left, or parallel to the top of your mat. Maybe several right ankles, the left leg, the hips, your right leg. And again, options to lean back into your hands, leaning kind of away from the posture, leaning diagonally back. You can be upright, or you can be kind of leaning towards that open space between your left foot and your right knee. You can have yourself square towards your left shin. You're going to feel the weight heavier into your left hip. But while you're here, soften into the right groin, your neck, and your head. Please take one more breath. Slowly coming upright. And we're going to lean back if you were leaning forward. Extend your left leg and bring your right foot a little closer to your hip. So more like the top of the foot is getting the stretch, not the toes facing out. Lift and lower your hips, or add in your support, add in the pillows or blocks. You can be as upright as you'd like to be. Kind of the biggest sensations you're going to be feeling in the whole pose are top of the foot, the ankle, the shin. We don't want a lot of sensation on the knee, so we want the knee to feel safe here. You can be sitting upright, leaning into your hands, having your elbows on your bolster, tucking your tailbone, bringing your elbows onto the floor, or laying all the way down. Go where you need to go in this pose. We don't want the right knee popped up, so wherever you can be with the right knee down is where we want to be. A few moments here. To embrace stillness, to be inside. Using this practice to prioritize peace, internal peace, kind of feeding our internal landscape with peace. And last breath. Please take your time to come out of the pose. If you're lying down, come out slowly, safely. We're going to bring the left foot back in like our deer pose, leaning over to the left, making our deer pose. Again, continuing to lean to the left, release the right leg. Give your knee a little bit of love here, and then take your right foot over your left knee, and we'll come into our fire log pose. So the support can be underneath your hips, it can be between your right knee and your left foot. You can move yourself around to find the triangle space between the legs, and then take whatever you would like to here. Hands back, hands on pillow support on the legs, arms forward, not here quite as long as the other postures. So allow yourself to breathe into the intensity in the hips. If there is an intense feeling, an intense stretch here, the tendency is for other parts of the body to get activated, to tighten up, to feel resistance. So try to do the opposite. As you feel the hips getting deep stretch, also deeply relax the rest of your body, your face, your chest, your ribs and belly, your arms down into the fingers. Please take one more breath. Move your way out of the pose. Remove the props. Go ahead and stick your legs out and move your legs however you'd like to here. And we're going to lie down onto our backs for bridge pose. And be mindful of how much support you want under the hips and also underneath your head. So you can use pillows here for the hips or your bolster. If you'd like to have the bolster underneath the sacrum for this pose, you can. You can also take a block at any height underneath your head, feet on the floor or legs extended, and really any prop setup is beautiful here. So you can have your hips up on one block at any height. I really like stacking both blocks on their lowest height, so I have a really nice big base of support underneath the sacrum. Feet on the floor. You can remain here. You can extend your legs if that feels appropriate. You can have your head on a pillow. Why not? Relax your body into the pose for about a minute here. If you're feeling a lot of pulling, maybe remain with your feet on the floor. Arms can even be in cactus for some gentle stretching across the chest and into the armpits. Relax your shoulder blades deeply into the mat. Feel like a gentle smile in your face. locking your feet in if your legs were extended, pressing into your feet, activating your glutes a little bit. Lift your hips and remove all of your props underneath you. Lower down your spine, nice and slowly. Move your knees to the left and to the right. Bring your knees towards your armpits, hugging the knees. You can stay here. You can come into happy baby. Breathe out and release your legs. Roll to one side and come upright. And we're going to set up for legs up the wall. And I'd like to have quite a bit of support underneath the body, underneath the torso. So I'm going to place my blocks, one on the second height and on the top height, and take my bolster across the blocks. And it's going to take a little bit of finesse to find like the right distance for you to be with the wall. So you can move the props as many times as you need to, having your hips towards the bolster and your legs up the wall. They can be parallel, they can be more like a V. You can also bring in support for your forearms and hands. Relax down through the legs. You can let your legs kind of flop out to the sides, soft behind the knees. Exhaling, resting here. Over the next 3 breaths, start to make your breath a little bit deeper. And for the last breath, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Slowly make your way out of legs up the wall. Any way that you'd like to lean to come out of the pose is perfect. Take your time. We're going to meet in a seated position. Feeling the benefits of the practice, the after effects of the practice, and to finish our class today, we're going to do alternate nostril breathing, but entirely visualized. So we're not going to use the hands, we're going to keep the upper body, the shoulders nice and relaxed. In fact, take a circle back and down with your shoulders and bring your mind's eye, your awareness, to the left nostril. And as you breathe in, visualize the breath moving more intensely, more fully through the left side. And as you exhale, feel the breath more fully moving out the right side. Relax your forehead and your eyes. Breathe in through the right. Feel the coolness of the breath as it moves in through the right. Exhale. Feel the warmth of the breath moving out the left nostril. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Left in. Out right. Right in. Left out. Last one, nourishing your body and your baby with your breath, calming the mind. After you have exhaled out your left side, take a breath in through both nostrils. Smile, exhale. Hands to your heart. Honor yourself. Thank you. Namaste.